Well, I want to begin by giving DePaul credit. I think they, they're really hard to guard. There's a reason they're top 3 in our league in offense. They can really space you out. They're the best shooting team in our league. Maybe they and Villanova, the 2 best shooting teams in our league. Percentages would back that up. The thing that makes teams hard to guard is when you have, multiple 3-point shooters, and they have a plethora of 3-point shooters. They can really look at this. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys make threes. So I think you have to give them credit. I thought they made it really difficult for us. Our activity was not as good in the second half defensively, not near as good. The numbers would back that up. We were just not as active as we needed to be defensively. They took advantage of that. But I think you have to give these guys credit to my right and left here, and really our entire group, because I think they recognized that this was going to be a tough one, and they responded when we needed to respond. Certainly, we would all like to do some things better, but I think these guys just continue to really have the right approach when it gets tight, and they have a good ability to get on to the next play, and that's a credit to these guys. It really is.
Kellen, if you would, in the first half, we had runs of 11-0, 14-4, 7-0, and a lot of that was off transition, off their turnovers. Scored a lot of points, but a lot of that was the goal of the defense. Can you talk about the defense fueling those runs in the first half?
Yeah, I think we've done a really nice job emphasizing that this year. Coach Holder really has talked a lot about deflections. Plays like that, little plays that Rose makes all the time, lead to those fast break points for us. So I think it really does translate to what we were saying about.
Chris, what did you feel like kind of got you off today?
I think we were able to make some shots. We felt like we could be effective offensively because we've been that way. We were pretty efficient. Our concern was defending them. And I just think we were able to make some shots here early. I think our guys, this time of year, in a lot of cases, if your team's ready to play, it's really because of your older guys. It really is. If they're not ready to play, it's probably the coach should take some responsibility for that, and the older guys. But if they're ready to play, most times it's your older guys that have made the group prepare the right way and have the right approach and reference. And I think we were ready to play. We made some shots, but it did come a little bit too easy for us there, and we got a little bit complacent in the second half, and they made a run like we thought they might.
Yeah, did they start breaking down the early points? It looked like the real clock.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it, Michael. They might have spread us out. When they start making threes, they have a tendency to get a little more spread out. And again, they have so many guys. They came in with number 11 as big, really stretch it, and that might spread us out a little bit. We knew it was going to be a game of runs. We talked about that, how much it could be a game of runs. 8-0 here, 10-0 here, either way. We were just trying to limit certainly how many of those type of runs they got on.
Coach, you talk about being a leader, making a difference. Alex, when they were making a run there in the second half, got down to 5, headed to 7. Alex hit that big 3, and he followed it with another steal. Just see what happens, big moment.
It was. Yeah, it was. Those were big moments. I think Katie made the right play to deliver the ball to him on the 3. I think that's the play you're talking about. Katie made the right play, and then we're able to get some stops. He's been outstanding these last couple games, as has Roosevelt and Kellen. Just really been good in a lot of ways, and I think a lot of our guys are. Again, we recognize we're gonna need to be better on Saturday. There's no question about it. But I think these guys have really prepared well.
Speaking of Saturday, at what point do you start thinking about the magnitude of Saturday game?
No, I think you certainly want to try to stay in the moment as much as possible, but you also don't want to kind of downplay this moment for our guys. They've earned this opportunity, so I don't want to sit up here and say, well, it's just another game. We're going to roll out there and just, no one believes that. First of all, it's a discredit to these guys. They've earned the right to play a meaningful game effectively. Now we got to prepare. We got to have a great week of preparation, but they've earned that right. So let's go enjoy preparing for it. I think the one thing I'm aware of a little bit, Tom, that probably as a player you're not as aware of, is we play again on Monday night on the road. That's probably, I'm a little bit aware of that. But these guys to have a great spirited week of practice, focus on getting better, and enjoy this moment. They've earned it.
Coach mentioned their run specifically. Instead of the game run, their run was actually 18-5 on a 6-minute span. So that kind of put more magnitude together in the game. What was the one thing that kind of put you in that position to go for that shot specifically?
I think we had a few defensive lapses. We had poor transition on twice, transition defense. But they got behind our defense graders twice in that stretch. Just things that we need to correct, we need to do a better job of. But again, as our guys have shown, they responded. Now, you don't want to rely on that because that's not going to be. But I think give DePaul credit, they made a lot of shots and we contributed a little bit to that with some more transition.
What was the second part of that game when things got a little bit tight? You seem to elevate your game on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. What did you see offensively that created some game-one opportunities and kind of things up for your teammates as well down the stretch?
It's mostly on the coaches. They saw things before the run play for me to be able to get my young line. So I kept trying to pick my teammates up. Coach wanted me to be a leader out there. So I'm trying to pick everybody up on the offense and defensive end and get everything I got. So I kept trying to pick everybody up and start making my run and win the game.
He does, I will say this about Roper, he does an outstanding, sometimes maybe you don't see it as a fan, but he does an outstanding job leading our group, both in his play and how he talks and communicates. Come to a practice, he's pretty loud and he's pretty spirited. And when he's not, it's noticeable, but more times than not, he is that way. He gives us a great air of confidence in how we play and gives us a great spirit both in practice. When stuff gets tight, like a lot of league games do.
Y'all being from Indiana, high school basketball season going on, Hoosier hysteria. You look back those days and no doubt the atmosphere out there today has to be exciting and electric for a kid from Indiana. Everybody loves the threes, if you all well know.
Yeah. I think that it's it's a blessing to play at Hinkle Fieldhouse. At home games, growing up, that's like you go basketball. So it's a tremendous blessing to just be here. Be sold out.
Kellen, you were here last year when the team was toward the bottom of the Big East. Now that you're at the top, what does that mean to you? And what kind of sense of accomplishment do you feel that you guys have put yourself back into the Big East just 1 year later?
I think that it's been a really detailed effort on all my teammates' part. We're not looking ahead to anybody or necessarily afraid of anybody. We're going after everybody and being aggressive. And I think all my teammates would agree with me and say the same. We're just approaching every game like it's our last night.
And what about the concerns defensively? How do you feel like you guys play defensively?
The thing that concerned me, like Coach said, that 3-point shooters, they can stretch it out 1 through 5. So that was a big concern. That's probably what got us on the defensive end. Everybody was hugging up to their man, hoping they didn't get 3-point shots, and that's when they started driving us. So we had to switch it around, get in our gaps, and change it up from the same half and make our run.
Chris, I'm not asking about the next game, that first game just happened, but do you like the fact that you got a whole week to prepare for going over? It doesn't really matter. Because they have to travel this week,
Well, I don't dislike it for sure. To what advantage that may give you know, it's hard to really know. They do some different things defensively. That's probably got us last time. It probably will help. It will help to have a week of preparation, Michael, for that. But you know, we've said, while I'm saying, hey, I want our guys to really enjoy this, have a fun week, we understand there is so much basketball left to play. And not one game or one moment is going to define this group. So there's certain perspective that's going to be needed in this. You know, our crowd was outstanding today. I expect it will be outstanding on Saturday. I want to make sure I make note of that because they were outstanding again today. Wow. But this week is really going to be about us improving, and then certainly we'll prepare for Villanova. They do some unique things. They're one of the very best teams in the country, so to have a little extra time of preparation is important, as well as maybe some degree of rest. Not too much rest. Some degree of rest for these guys. I mean, a lot of minutes are being involved here, as we talked about, and heavy minutes in terms of defending your best players, a lot of scoring. So we need to be mindful of getting appropriate rest.
Tell him, Rose, the same thing for you. Do you guys like to wait that long, or would you rather play Monday night and not
I think Rose loves it because he gets to study more.
Coach, what's the significance of the game?
It's autism awareness. Thank you for asking that. And there are a couple coaches out east, and I don't exactly know their story. I don't know if they have a couple autistic kids. They certainly have a connection to that, and so they requested, probably seen it with a lot of coaches across the country, just trying to bring awareness to autism. So thanks for asking.
Cal, not to get too much into X and O things, but it seems like in the last couple of games, Travis has been definitely a lot more dominant inside. Roosevelt, you're obviously sucking in defenders as you go through the lane. Are you finding that you're having more room to operate?
I think so, and I think it's a huge credit to my teammates as well as we've also been working on our screening and things like that, and I've been getting a few more transition baskets that all accumulates, I guess.
I guess with the matchup next Saturday, it'd be fair to ask if you're going to do any lobbying at college game here again. Obviously, last time they came and figured it out.
Out of our hands there.
Anything else for coach and players?
Rose Butler, I know you were on the sidelines last year, but being around the team, what are the biggest differences you see from this year's squad as opposed to last year? Which allowed you now to be near the top of the league?
I think we're more connected through this year on and off the floor, and I think that brings us all together. We all know we're going to do on the court, so I think we got a really good connection this year. We all want to win. We all got one goal. No matter who has a good game, I could have 0 points and we win by 20. I'm not going to be sad after the game. So I think everybody has one mindset on winning.
Chris, how about you? Same thing. What are maybe some of the differences you noticed from this year's squad?
I think you said it really well. Now, you forgot to mention yourself as a difference. Just his approach, and certainly can't be understated or overstated. Excuse me. But I think you have to give credit to our guys for returning, understanding. And we've said this all along. If you don't go through something like we went through last year, and that doesn't hit you square in between the eyes and tell you what you need to improve on and work on, what a wasted opportunity that was. And I think we learned a lot in a lot of ways. We didn't. We wasted. And I think the connection of our guys, you know, when as a coach, when you lose sleep at night because you're worried about the next game, or you didn't have a great practice, for me, I always come back to the fact that this is a connected group that cares first and foremost about our team's success. I always come back to that when I'm worried, because at the end of the day, that stuff is what really matters. And as we've said, they've had great examples through so many years of that being a consistent theme, a part of the Butler way. And we certainly want to continue. We want that to be what we're about. And it's been what we're about. And it's got to continue to be what we're about, as we said, with a lot of the season left.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.